decision to attack the enemy's castle. Beautiful. Deploy an attack squad immediately. Yes, right away, your Venus. Ha 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 ha. This will sure teach them to beware the might of the bees.
Oh.
Get a load of that. Reminds me of a deck that goes by the name of Beetrooper. You know, Beetrooper is actually pretty interesting. So why don't we talk about what makes Beetrooper so B9? Beetroopers are a TCG exclusive archetype introduced at Dawn of Majesty. They consist of a whole bunch of insect type extenders along with a great boss monster that also doubles as an extender. They received support in Bursts of Destiny that added some art recycling, an even bigger boss monster, and, well, even more extenders. In addition to having strong cards of their own, Beetrooper also got some power from various monsters in the Insect engine. This included a small Battle Wasp engine, Insector Picafilania, Goki Pole, Seraphim Papillion, Doomdozer, Retaliating Sea, and others. The most important tool of this Insect engine is Resident Insect. This guy gets so much advantage, it's insane. Searching off leaving the field and milling off sending to the graveyard, this guy puts in a lot of work for Beetrooper combos. Beetroopers have some alright spell and traps as well. There's the Fuel spell, which is a revival effect, so there's more extension. And there's also the Counter Trap, which is your basic monster negate, plus a self-recycling effect. Both of these can be searched by Sting Lancer, who himself acts as some interruption, being a buffed DD Crow. The main playstyle of Beetroopers is to make big combos that end with a lot of follow-up for next turn. The big start of these combos is Scout Book. Special summons another one from himself on summon from hand, deck, graveyard, pretty much anywhere. Now, a lot of these combos are going to end on at least an Invincible Atlas, a Seraphim Papillion, a Flying Sting, or maybe even a Sting Lancer in hand. But more than that, these end with a lot of follow-up plays for next turn. The deck's main strengths are its versatility, consistency, and power. The deck doesn't fare all that bad against most decks. Plus, with the amount of extenders in deck, it's pretty consistent to get to your combos. And those combos themselves have a bunch of power, leading up for great plays turn 3. The main weakness of the deck is its susceptibility to hand traps, especially Nibiru. Here's an example of a somewhat budget-friendly deck list. Feel free to run Access Code, Zeus, or Prosperity if you got it. Speaking of budget-friendly, Beetroopers themselves actually aren't all that bad for a somewhat competitive deck. The only really expensive necessary card is Scout Book, which at the time of this video is floating around $15 to $20 a piece. Other than that though, the rest of the Bug Boys are actually quite cheap.
But how do we negate Beetroopers?
The obvious answer to negating Beetroopers is Nibiru. It's a combo deck after all, right? But with your effect negate, you could also negate the Link 2 or one of the starters. Ash and Picafilania also limits a lot of the Resonance Insect combos that give the deck a lot of its power. Now, turn 1 wise, the board actually doesn't set up that many spell trap negates, so cards like Dark Ruler or Forbidden Droplet, or even Dark Hole if you want, really can put a damper on what the Beetroopers have set up. Overall, Beetroopers are a really fun deck. They have really fun combos to pull off, they have an amazing amount of extenders, and their artwork, believe it or not, is actually pretty sweet as well. The only negative part about Beetroopers is that they're a little susceptible to hand traps, but other than that, this deck is really fun. And this has been Beetrooper in 5 minutes.
Hey, thanks for watching the video. This video is part of the series Yu-Gi-Oh! In 5 Minutes, where I describe various Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks, their strategies, how they play, and how to beat them, all in about 5 minutes or less. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, and leave a comment if you have an idea of what I should do next, And also feel free to subscribe for more pro gamer content. See you next time.